Hello there, welcome to this new session, and today we are going to talk about the real world example and the real world use case of abstraction concept of object oriented programming, because this is one of the most crucial part that you should know. Every interviewer asks this type of questions, that what do you mean by abstraction. So as I always tell you that abstraction is something or is a object oriented programming language which is used for imposing the guideline. Now, after telling this definition to the interviewer, he will definitely ask you that what do you mean by imposing the guideline. So there you must have that strong definition or that strong example to specify or to justify whatever definition that you have said. So that's why today I'm gonna share that proper use case or example, real world example, so that you can explain that example to interviewers so that you will get selected. So let me tell you the example related to the software industry itself, that where these things are used or where this imposing the guideline are used. So using abstraction, as we already know that for abstraction or for implementing the abstraction we must have to use abstract classes or interfaces. So just assume that there is a company, and inside that company there would be a software architect. A software architect. I will tell you what he does, just don't worry about it. There is a software architect and senior programmers are below them. Senior programmers, junior programmers, and many programmers like that. So this type of hierarchy is there, like this. So senior programmers, junior programmers, software developers, and all such things. So this is the basic hierarchy that I want to show you. I'm just focusing on use case now. I don't want to tell you about this hierarchy, just leave it. So there is a software architect, and below software architect many different programmers are there. So what happens is, just assume that I am the software architect or you are the software architect, and we all are working in a company, and it is a software development company, and we are getting a project, or we got a project to be developed. So first, for development of that software, firstly the requirements and scope and all such things would be discussed with the owner, and then after connecting all the things or after getting the confirmation from the client, that those things would be given to software architect for development purpose. So what this software architect will do is, this software architect will impose the guideline or will impose the guidelines. Now in which way or how he will impose the guideline, let me show you. That it is the fact that a single software architect cannot create the software, complete software. It is the fact, because this software can have multiple classes and multiple interfaces or several things like that, or basically projects are created in layers. So as this software architect has the knowledge of all the layers, but he cannot create the complete project. So what he will do is, for the assurance of himself, he will impose the guideline. As software architect already know that this senior programmer or junior programmer, whoever it is, he will definitely do some mistake in the project or some mistakes in the class. So that's why, to ensure that whatever software architect wants, these programmer will do that. So he will impose the guideline. He will create the interfaces and abstract classes. After watching the requirement, after analyzing all the requirements, he will create the specific abstract classes and functions, or he will declare the abstract function into those abstract classes according to the requirement of specific class. Because for data layer, different types of classes are required, like DAO, DTO, and all such things classes, and for the presentation layer, POJO and all such things classes are required. For the business layer comes before presentation layer, and then for the presentation layer the UI and front end developers are required. So according to each thing or according to each layer, software architect need to create specific guidelines, and according to those guidelines he will have to analyze the classes created by the senior programmer, junior programmer, and all such things. So he will create the classes, abstract classes. He will create abstract classes or interfaces. I'm talking in context to Java, because in Java we are having the interfaces and abstract classes. So This software architect will create the interfaces and abstract classes, and he will ask all these senior programmer and junior programmer to extend or to implement the abstract classes and interfaces. And as these senior programmer and junior programmer are extending or implementing the interface or abstract class, then they must have to define all those functions which are declared in that interface by software architect. So whichever function or whatever functions that software architect want to be developed or to be created in a specific class, all those functions would be created according to software architect. So that's why interfaces and abstract classes are used for imposing the guideline, and this is the perfect example for that abstraction. So I hope it is clear to you that why abstraction is used and how you can implement it in the real world. And there are several real world examples, but that is related to the software industry. That's why I had shared this example with you. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Please try to understand this thing deeply, because that's what the fact is. The abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation, everything is a part of our life. So try to think it in the real world way. So I hope all these things are clear. And if you are having any doubt related to this, so you can comment below. I will definitely try to get to you as soon as possible. If many people are asking the same doubt, then I will definitely try to create a solution for you as a video. So thank you for today.